Hey guys, it's me, Courtney from Know Your Produce, and today we're gonna be making my favorite pineapple lemonade. So we're using fresh pineapple, lemons, and we're also gonna be using some ice. So first things first, we're gonna cut our pineapple. If you missed our video last week, we're gonna do it really quickly. So if you want a real full tutorial, be sure to watch that video. Let's get started. Okay, so we have a beautiful pineapple here. I'm gonna cut into this. I'm cutting off the top and then the bottom. And like I said, if you want to see that full tutorial, you can go to our YouTube, and it's the one before this video. And then I'm just going to go from the sides and cut off all of the skin. Now for this video, we're not going to be removing the core. We're going to actually keep the core in because we're making a smoothie. So that is not going to be something that you have to discard because you can just blend it up. It's full of fiber, but otherwise it's usually hard to chew, and my daughter likes to just chew on it, but you could save it for juicing, for smoothies, and it's an edible piece. It's just very hard to chew. So now you want to get rid of those eyes, any eyes that you see that are too big, any skin that's remaining on the pineapple basically that you don't want. And yeah, once it's done, you could just put it right into the blender. We use the Vitamix because it's so powerful. I think that looks good for me. I see a little bit of eyes here and there, but they'll get blended up. Like I'm not too worried about like a little bit here and there. That looks good. So now we're gonna cut it into like big chunks of the Vitamix. We'll handle it. Like I said, you don't have to remove the core because it's blending into the smoothie. You could even juice it if you wanted, so you don't have to toss that. And then if you want to make it easier for your blender to chop, you can chop it into smaller pieces now. I see some eyes here. I'm just going to get rid of those. And then I'm going to cut it like this, so it could go right into the blender. I'm using my new Vitamix. I just bought a new one. I'm all excited about it. I haven't used it. This is going to be my first time using this blender. So now I'm going to put the pineapple into here. And we're using fresh pineapple. You could even use frozen, but then you might not need to use the ice if you're using frozen pineapple. Slippery. So just keep cutting into more manageable pieces for your blender. I don't know, maybe it could do the whole ring, but I just get scared it's gonna swish it all around. And look how easy that was to cut the entire pineapple. It's so simple, you don't have to buy it pre-cut at the store. It took me like literally 2 minutes. And of course you wanna wash it beforehand. All fruits and veggies need to be washed, especially when you're cutting down into the skin. You're gonna cut the skin into it. And now I'm just gonna add some lemon juice, because this is pineapple lemonade. It's so good. I'm just gonna put some lemon into my juicer and then squeeze it on down. Use all your might. Don't be scared you're gonna break it. I mean, I've had some break before, but this one's pretty good. And I'm using the juice of 2 lemons. So 1 pineapple, 2 lemons. Super simple. And make sure you wash your lemons too. I'm actually using organic lemons, but if I was using conventional, that's fine too. But when you're using like the actual rind or the zest, I highly recommend using organic. I just always buy organic. You could do it by hand, just make sure you don't get any seeds. I like to use, if I was doing it by hand, I use a little strainer, but this really does get all the juice out. So we have a nice amount of juice in the bottom. Okay, and now we're gonna add in the ice. You could use about 1 to 2 cups of ice. Get all the ice out. And like I said, you could even use frozen pineapple. And now we're gonna blend it. So this is my first time using this blender. We're gonna start it at 1. And then we're gonna slowly increase. And now I'm just gonna lower that down, and our pineapple pineapple lemonade is done. You can turn this into popsicles or enjoy as is in a glass. And now we're just gonna pour in a glass. Nice and refreshing. This is perfect for the spring, summer, or when you're just craving something absolutely refreshing. It tastes like summer in a glass. If you wanted to add some kind of adult beverage, go right ahead, but we like it just like this. And also you can make it into pineapple popsicles because we make quite a bit. We use an entire pineapple and you'll have delicious popsicles ready to go in the freezer when you want something fresh and healthy. It's 100% whole fruit, which is awesome. And if you don't like the tang, you could just absolutely do this with the pineapple. When you pick out a pineapple, you want to make sure it's nice and sweet. If it's not as sweet, you can even add some, natural sweetener, but usually we just do it like this and it's perfect. And I think we'll have just enough for all of them to be filled. Look at that, my goodness, perfect. And then we're just gonna put the lid on top. Put the popsicle sticks in. This one takes a little bit of wiggling. I had a plastic one before, but I like this silicone much better. It's much easier to clean. I found that with the plastic one, I had to really get in there and take it apart, and this one's just less of a hassle, and it's not plastic. Two more, and then you're gonna pop this into the freezer. I like to freeze it for at least 4 hours or overnight, just to make sure they're completely solid. And that's it. So now our popsicles are done. I'm gonna quickly show you how easy it is to remove them. You just wanna hold it and wiggle just a little bit, and there's your popsicle. It's so good and so refreshing. Kids are gonna love this. Sometimes I like to put pieces of strawberry in here, some blueberries. It makes it a little bit more fun, and it gives it a little bit of color in there. So you can make this as sweet or as sour as you like. We like it a little bit more on the tart side, so we add 2 lemons. You could even use Mayer lemons, which are a little bit more sweeter. They're not as tart. Or if you're not into the whole tartness, you can add half of a lemon to even 1 lemon. See how you like it, play with the flavors, and it really is gonna depend on how sweet your pineapple is as well. So we hope you enjoy this pineapple lemonade as much as we do. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.